Yeah. us all apart. What's good, guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oof. Yeah, I think you guys can hear me. What's good, man? Alright, so let me see. Yeah, I just played my mic right now. It's not free for people. Yeah, the arcade is not free, man. Alright, so I was watching this guy make some beats earlier, Ken Wizard. Then I just started these beats. This is just a very simple drum pattern. Then the chords, I think I'm using like very simple chords here. 4, 3, and 6. I'm on F minor, or F minor is G sharp major. I'm on G sharp major. So on G sharp major, I'm playing the 4, 6, 3, something like that. Let me plug my keyboard. I mean, I need to get a USB hub because I have to unplug my keyboard to plug my mouse, plug my mouse to plug my keyboard. Alright, so I'm playing 4, 4, 3, 4, 6, 3. That's what I'm playing for the progression. That's a very simple progression. So most of the time, well, not really most of the time, but sometimes you could have a simple progression and have other elements to make it sound very nice. Like I have this guitar going. So it's a very, very simple melody. So there's way to balance it. If you have a simple progression, you might have complex drums. If you have complex drums, you might have simple progressions. So it depends on the vibe you're going for. You can as well make everything simple. Like if you're going for a minimalistic vibe, You can make everything simple and not add so much complex stuff in here. But since I'm using arcade, trust me guys, I'm going to add more. I'm going to add more stuff from arcade. Thanks to Udizz. Let me check my mail. So if you guys want to send anything like for feedback, today is Saturday, so I'm gonna be, just please don't send me anything that has copyright on it. That's all I ask. Alright. No man, I didn't get your mail, man. I didn't get your mail. So check the mail you sent it to. My mail is so if you send it to my mail, just let me know. Yo, Wizard. Yeah. I was just talking about Ken Wizard. I was watching his stream some minutes ago. What's up, man? I need to change some stuff and take some stuff out. The beat is sounding kind of dry now, so let me see what I could do to make it sound better. Let me take this loop away. Alright, I think it's better this way. So I'm trying to go for a very minimalistic vibe. Then I'm trying to like not use so much elements at the same time. Alright, I see it. But yeah, he didn't put a subject, that's why I went to the spam. So let's hear what Paul has for us. So if anybody wants to send anything, sure. First of all, something sounds off somewhere in your 808. Some stuff sound off. Well, let me continue listening to it. Like that glide that goes up, that don't it sounds off. I don't know if it's just me though. But it sounds very clean too. I like the way it's going. I like your samples I chose. I like the vocal sound. I don't know if it's a sample or if it's a, but I like that vocal stuff. Yeah, so the only thing I can say about the beats is you seem to work on your arrangement a bit. So when you're arranging your beats, you need to consider a lot of stuff. Like if somebody's going to be able to sing on it, the chorus, the verse, all those kind of stuff, and how to smoothly transition into all those your various parts of the beats. That's one thing. There's something sounding off the 808, and that is, I know that's supposed to be the main thing in the beats, and it's actually killing the vibe. But it's a very very nice beats, very nice sound selection and stuff. Yeah, man. Okay, first of all, um, some stuff are sounding off. One that flute. I don't know if it's just me though, but I just woke up this morning and I just came on YouTube here. Then in the beginning, all those vocal chants you have in the beginning is kind of distracting. So guys, always remember when you're making your beats, the number one thing is, are you making it for somebody to sing on it? If you're making it for somebody to sing on it, always consider the artist. Like that's why I always, if you watch my live a lot, that's why I always use this this guy here. So once you're using an artist vocal in your beats to get the vibe, you're going to know what is distracting and what is clashing and stuff that you could reduce. So because imagine you're a rapper now or an artist and you want to sing on the beats and you start singing, then all this stuff are coming, they'll be distracting you left and right. So always keep the mindset of an artist when you're making a beat. That is my first advice for you though. But I like the vibe you're going for. I like those guitars. And remember, this is your intro. Your intro, you don't want to have a lot of stuff coming up in your intro. Like you have your guitar chords coming and you have your piano. I don't know if there's a piano at the back or a guitar chord. So another thing too is like you need to consider your frequency separation. Like let me show you an example. Like in my beats right now, something is clashing. My vocal and this keyboard is clashing. They are taking up the same frequency space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to shift something up or take something down. So if I take this guitar up, let's see how it's going to sound. It's still kind of clashing, so I could go further to pan it. And use it a bit. And I could still also add reverb to give it some more space. So when you're making your beats too, you have to consider all this stuff. Mixing is another thing entirely too, but giving the space for the artist is very very important. Depending on the kind of beat you're trying to make, that should always be your main focus. Like when I started off making beats, I didn't used to hear all this stuff, or I didn't used to consider all this stuff. It was my brother that doesn't even make beats, all he does is listens to music. He used to tell me that, you say, if you hear this beat that you're making, doesn't make sense. If you want to sing on it, can you sing on it? So all this stuff who gave me that mindset of when I'm making a beat, always think of an artist. But if you're not making a beat for an artist, then you could decide to fill it up and do very very crazy stuff, but also in a very creative way and a very nice way. Alright, let me see. Well, I love the melodies that you had there. I like your melodies. I don't like, and your drums could be better.
Who's next?
And these flutes, you could have made it like sound more melodic. Or I guess you're trying to go for like an Igbo vibe or something like that.
Who's next?
So yeah, man, you still need to work on these beats. Say does the flute sit well on the beats? You know that it doesn't really sit well. You just have to like make it sound more melodic. So don't forget, the main thing I want you to take out is keep the mind of an artist for your beats always. Like it will help you make better beats, and people will always want to jump on your beats more than you just making the beats. Like I'm the kind of producer that I would like to be with the artist instead of making beats and sending to the artist, because there are a couple of things when you make a beat and send it to an artist. One, they might not really feel it like that. So it might not be the vibe they're going for. It might just be one of those beats that they hear. Yeah, you could remove the flute and you could also keep it. It just depends on how creative you want to be with the flute. Like if you listen to all these high life songs and you listen to the way they put their flute, sometimes the flute might just be like a solo where there's nobody singing, or the flute might be like a call and response stuff. Like the flutes, the sax, all those woodwind instruments. If you listen to this song Jai Jai by Wizkid and what's his name? That Kuti guy. Is it Femi Kuti? I don't know. I can't remember his first name. You notice that there's some parts that the sax will come in just to be complementing what Wizkid is singing on the track, and there's some parts that it's just the solo of the sax. Yeah. So it just depends on what you're doing. I can't really say remove it or don't add it, but to me it doesn't sound on key. It's because it doesn't sound on key, that's why it also sounds off. And I'm sure if you had a vocal there, it might also conflict with your beats. The reason why I'm saying this is that I listen to a lot of producers, and me too. I'm still learning. Like I learn from you guys too. Not like I know everything, but it's cool that you guys always ask for my own opinion, and it's cool though. But the only thing I will say is I listen to a lot of producers online, and man, imagine the stuff they're making and imagine what you're making. I'm not saying this in a way that you should look at it as a competition, but I'm saying in a way that you could make something better. That's what I'm saying. Like if you compare the beats that Wizkid or Burna Boy they sing to and compare the beats you're making, can you imagine Wizkid singing on it or Burna Boy? Well, it depends on your style too, because it might not be your style. Not everybody makes Wizkid style, not everybody makes Burna Boy style. There are a lot of styles out there. So it's just a thing of your choice. And I know there are a lot of people too that make high life beats. And if you hear the high life beats, man, it's out of this world. So it depends on your style too. And you could also mix your style, because I think you're trying to mix something there. Great guitar melodies in pop. Yeah, there are a lot of like there are a lot of stuff that people are doing right now that is very, very crazy. Like they can mix different genres of music to get a very, very good sound. Afro drill. Even try and think of a way to combine the genres, you have to be very, very, very creative. Like very creative. You have to find what goes. Maybe one of these days I'll try something like that. Afro drill. I like that. Well, is it that you're going to use Afro melodies with drill drums? We're going to use drill melodies with Afro drums. Well, I think the drill itself is more of the 808 that is speaking. The 808 is speaking, and the dark melodies are speaking, and that snare. You no get a own, no problem, man. Just buzz me up. So it depends. So let me get back to making this beats. I'm talking for a while. So if anybody wants to send me anything again, sure, just let me know. Alright, so this beat I'm making right now, I think I've even lost the vibe. But let's see. Don't need this. Don't need this right now. And also notice that the drums always like give you this bounce. The drums should always complement your melodies. It might not always seem so, but the drums always complement the melodies. Like there are different elements that make your beat sound so good. If you listen to all these other guys and you're analyzing their songs, not to steal their ideas, but to analyze their songs and listen to why everything sounds so good, it's because they have everything in harmony. Their drums are in harmony, their melodies are in harmony, everything is just harmonizing themselves and complementing each other. And it can be very basic too and still have a banger. Like this is like the very basic drum pattern everybody knows. This you can hear this in some reggaeton songs, you can hear it in some mobile pattern songs or stuff like that. It's a very old pattern. And the rim is just to add accents. Also that stuff is just to add accents. But this is the main groove of the snare. This is even the tom. I could use a snare for it, I could use a tom for it. Yo, Bully was good, man. You dropped that energy kit already. So all these other sounds, they're just accents, they're not really anything different. Ikike just giving it that bounce. It's just making the ones hit harder. That's how I can explain it. But I want to use a different kick. I want to use this ransom kick from my drum kits. Yep. Alright, then what else? Then the melody right here, I just have a very simple chord progression. I will show you guys the chords. So that's what I started with. I started with these chords. Then I did this guitar solo. So I know I've said this stuff a couple of times. So if you guys are always struggling with melodies and coming up with melodies, just stick with your pentatonic minor scale. Like anytime you have beats block or you can't think of anything, I should drop arcade one shot. So just think of using a pentatonic minor scale. So right now I'm on F minor. So I'm going to use the F pentatonic minor scale. That's why I used to get these guitar melodies. So it might not seem so easy at the first time you try it, but when you listen to other songs, a lot of songs, and you listen to how they make their melodies or what is in their melodies, you notice that most of them are just sticking to the pentatonic scale. Some people also use the blues scale. The blues scale is the same as pentatonic scale. It's just one note added to it. So that one is when you're going for like a jazz feel. Because me too, I've also been doing my own research and trying to study about music theory. Music theory is very boring. I won't lie to you guys. It's very boring. That's why some guys that just make beats, when you ask them what they do, they'll just tell you it's the vibe they're going for. So there are a lot of rules in music and a lot of stuff you can break and do and undo. And once you have the right sounds, once you have high quality sounds, it will sound good. No stress. Like that's what all these top guys do. They don't use whack sounds. They don't use sounds that sound cheap. They don't use low quality sounds. They always go for the high quality sounds. So once you mix their high quality sounds with their own creative process, you're going to get the banger from it. I'll check my mail soon. So see how everything is just blending. Then I added this clap. So this clap, I've heard a lot of Ransom do it in this beat, and I think I like it so much. So when you add all these little stuff here and there, it's going to make your beat sound nicer. Some people call it air candy, and also have this shaker loop. So if you notice, like sometimes your beat might sound empty. It's the same thing as trying to fill up all the empty spaces. Like if you have a hi-hat sound, just to fill up those empty spaces, or take it to the background so you can hear it, but it's not so distracting. So it's the same thing as trying to use a loop. This loop, it has all the it's filling up the empty spaces that are there. So without the loop, it just sounds empty. Then now let me add the vocal and see what is clashing and what else I can do to make it sound better. So there's still a lot of stuff missing. Not a lot, but there's still some stuff I could still add. Like I could add the bass, because the basic thing you need in every beat is your drums, your bass, your melodies. I think that should be the three things. You could add chords, but chords is going to fall on that melody. So your drum, bass, and melody as three basic things you need. Any other thing is just spice to add to make your beat sound better. So arrangement is another thing. Like arrangement, mixing, being creative, everything has to fall on that being making your stuff sound have harmony. So what I usually do is most pop songs, most dance songs, most Afrobeat songs, they are usually in 4-8 bars. Every 4-8 bars they will change something. But me, I usually do 4 bars, because once you listen to something for a long time, it sounds boring. But there are some genres that you can do 16 bars and it still sound dope. Like all this house music, all this deep house, all this amapiano. If you see a song that is 7 minutes, and maybe like 30 seconds of the song is just one thing that is playing throughout. So depends on the genre you're making. But if you do something like that in Afrobeats, trust me, it's going to be boring. Except maybe it's a very catchy loop. Like, let me see. There's no how you want to make a very catchy beat with the same 4 bars. It's going to sound boring in Afrobeats, or the same 8 bars throughout. Let me play one beat for you guys that I did a while ago. Where is it? I put the loop in my stew kit that I dropped. So if you listen to these beats, the melody sounds very good, but it gets boring after a while, because it's the same thing that I was playing throughout.
Killer.
if you notice in this beat, I kept taking out stuff and bringing them back. But that was basically everything you heard now is basically everything you're going to hear to the end. Like I didn't really add any new thing or any more stuff in the beats. But I tried to make it as unique as possible by adding new elements. Just you send it in, so I'll do everybody's feedback at the same time. Just send the beats in. So what I'm basically saying is always try and think of the artist, think of your arrangements, think of how creative you're going to be. Don't just add stuff because you feel I want to add it. Add stuff because it's actually giving you a vibe or something is making sense in it. What can you add to make it more fun? Let me tell you, one secret is pop beats, Afro beats, anything that is pop inside is guitar. Guitar is the soul of Afrobeat pop music. Any pop song in the world right now, guitar is the soul of it. I don't care whether it's acoustic guitar, I don't care whether it's electric guitar. Guitar is guitar. Once you can add guitar to it, trust me, you add more life to your songs. Maybe a guitar solo, mostly a guitar solo that is going to be following your chords or something that is just cool. So you can never go wrong with using guitars. Like you can never ever go wrong with using guitars. A lot of people have different guitar plugins. Me too, I have a lot of guitar plugins, but you can never go wrong with using guitars. Trust me. As long as it's dope, it's always go. But I like your progression here. So if you add more guitars to spice it up, it's going to sound um dope, I guess. And I think you made enough space for the artist too. So making beats for artists too is kind of two ways. Sometimes you need to look at the artist you're actually making a beat for. Like there's some artists that you can't give them melodic beats because they themselves they are very very melodic artists. Well, it depends. Don't take what I'm saying 100%, but it depends on the vibe you're going for. There's some artists too that are melodic, but they also want melodic songs. There's some artists that are not even melodic. They don't want melodic songs. So it depends on what you're trying to do. It just depends. Well, this is my analogy. If you're making a beat for an artist that has a lot of vocal runs that they sing a lot, you might not want to make too much um solos for them. You can just make it very like the way you made this your beats with those simple chords. You could have like another counter melody going in the back or somewhere. Not so distracting, but just mild. But if you're making a beat for maybe like a rapper or so, someone that is not even going to be adding any melodic vibe in the song, you could add more melodic let me show you. I think a while ago I made a beat for a rapper also. All the beats I made, I was making it so melodic, but he wanted a very very simple beat. So I made a couple of beats for him, and at the end of the day, he picked the simplest one. Let me see if I can play for you guys. So this is the beats that I sent initially. on the artist you're actually making a beat for. So I sent him a couple of beats. It's like I say, all these ones they sound so melodic and they have too many instruments. But this one was the simplest one. So he sent me a vibe. Then let me just play for you guys. So I will explain myself better. Sounded. JB, bring it in.
Trap stone, but I think it's summertime. My VVS got that extra S cause it's gon' shine. I woke up one day in Bel Air. Got that land truck high up in the air. Got a group of fans, and they still. I pull up in that foreign, as you know that big real. I got my boo on me, and she snoring. I push the gas, and that big roaring.
So if you listen to the beats, when he sent me the acapella back, I had to take out some stuff and make more space for him because his vocal. Who's rapping? I could show you his SoundCloud. His name is Josh too. His name is Josh the artist or so. Yeah, Josh the artist. This is SoundCloud. So I met him a couple of days ago, and I just wanted to work with him. But now that is story aside. But what I'm trying to say is, once you have a beat that you're working for an artist, it's totally different vibe than just making a beat out and putting it online and stuff like that. Because every artist is different. So some artists, they might want a very melodic beat, and they're melodic artists too. And some artists too, they don't want melodic beats. They just want a very simple beats because they're going to give you the melodies with their singing, with their voices and stuff. Okay, like imagine making a beat for Beyonce. What kind of solo do you want to put inside the beat for her when she herself, she's a melody on her own? So you have to consider all those kind of artists when you're making beats for them. There are some artists too that you hear their songs. When you listen to their songs, I don't know, it's my own opinion, I think it's an upcoming mistake. They have their beats going, but what they are singing it more than what is on the beats. So it depends. You just have to find the balance. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, because what I'm saying, I know it's very, very vague, but yeah, it's what it is, man. Alright, let's get back to the beat feedback, bro. So if you want to send any more beats, you guys can send it to my mail. I like this. Like this beat is a perfect example of making a very good space for the artist, because the beat is not boring. It has all the melodic elements that somebody wants to hear. Then when they start listening to the beats, they will start thinking of vibes that they can sing to. I don't know how it does this. Like I said too, you can always spice it up by adding a guitar or an acoustic, maybe a jazz guitar, maybe an acoustic guitar element in the beat. Trust me, you can never ever go wrong with using Afro guitars in your beats. Never. Yo, this beat is perfect, man. Like, maybe one thing that's missing is the bass. but you have that wrist bass going, so that could also work right. And yeah, too, that's another thing too. There's some beats that you make that you have to keep to the artist has recorded. Then you can now add your bass to it. I know Kelpie was saying that in, I think, Burna tutorial, that it doesn't play his bass till he has recorded it. So it depends. Like working with an artist on a song is very different from just making a beat and upload it online. Like if you're making a beat and upload it online, you are like, you have already thought of the artist already and what they should do on the track. Like I'm sure every producer that makes a beat and puts it online, that is a banger, they always have like, okay, this is what an artist, they always expect something from an artist. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So that's the thing with making finished beats. But unfortunately, not everybody is that creative. So you also, you have to know your strengths, you have to know your weakness, and you have to learn from your weakness. If you know you're not that good at making beats and finishing it, work on it more. But me too, that's what I'm doing. I'm always working on it by myself, and there are a lot of ways to work on it. So it's just, that's just one thing you guys should understand too. But this beat is very perfect, man. I love that conga, what they call it, that conga melodic vibe that you added. Clearly the last one. I like this one. I like this one, but I felt you could have gone crazier with your um music guitar that you were playing. The melodies are good, the chord progression is good. I like the bass, I like everything. I like the music guitar too, but also remember that once you're playing one thing that is not so catchy, like once you're used to the simple melody, it gets kind of boring too in a way. But it's dope. So you're, like I was saying, your melodies and stuff like that. You guys, you utilize this pentatonic scale. Like it's a very big hack, man. Trust me, it's a very big hack. You might not really get it at first, but when you do it after a while, trust me. Like, okay, let me open a new bit. Let me open a new bit. I was working on this one earlier today. Something. This is the melody I have going. It's from arcade, but I'm going to show you something with the pentatonic scale. So I'm using B flat major. B flat major is the same thing as let's see, what's B flat major? G minor. So me, I always stick with the major scales, then I use the pentatonic minor scales for it. So if you're working on B major, you're going to use A flat pentatonic minor, not the pentatonic major scale. I got arcade from output.com. I registered for it. I bought the arcade. So if you're using a B major scale or a G sharp minor scale, you're going to use a G sharp minor, G sharp pentatonic minor scale, or E flat pentatonic minor scale. So that you're using that B major or G sharp minor, you're always going to use the minor scale and pentatonic scale of it. So to come up with your melodies. So I have this coming now. I have this melody coming, this chords. So let me plug my keyboard and show you guys. So what first of all, what's the pentatonic scale? Pentatonic scale is they're just 5 notes of your, let me, if also to makes it easy for you. So pentatonic, see minor pentatonic, and that is G sharp minor, G sharp. So I just click on G sharp. So these are all the notes I could play to give it a very, very good melodic vibe. So once you already have your chords going, your melody going, and you want to add more lines, you want to add more melodic stuff to your beats, just use your pentatonic minor scale. Trust me, it's gonna work. So this is my pentatonic minor scale. So I'm only going to play G sharp, B. Let me plug my MIDI keyboard so you guys can see. I'm going to play G sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and that's all. So the pentatonic scale is the 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So I have the beats going with my drums and stuff. So you'll see what I'm going to be doing with my pentatonic minor scale. So I'm going to add a guitar. That's how I make my guitar melodies. Like, to be very honest, sometimes I might add in the 7th notes. Sometimes I might add the 7th notes in, or if I use the blues scale. So I said the blues scale is the same thing as the pentatonic scale, but with a flat note added. So let me show you. So let me choose pentatonic minor again. Let me use blues, and I click on G sharp. So you see it's exactly the same notes. They just added one more note extra. That's it. They just added the flats third, or the sharp. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. The sharp of the third. Yeah, is that right? No, it's the flat of the third. Yeah, 1, 2. Oh. So this is why I say music theory is kind of boring, because you guys will not understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm right. So it's the flat third. So the 1 is B. 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6. So the 6 is this G sharp that is down here. Same G sharp that is down here. So once you get your pentatonic minor scale, or you want to add the blues scale. The blues scale is not something complex. You just remember that you're adding that third flat. So now I have let me just play the beat again. Mind you, I have a keyboard. I have a MIDI keyboard. So if you don't have a MIDI keyboard, you can use your computer keyboard. When you master the way your computer keyboard is. Okay, let's say you're using FL Studio. That is your QWETY. QWETY. So as when I was on the C major, that was going to be my C, D, E, G A. That's going to be my pentatonic scale. So, but now I'm on B flat major. So my pentatonic scale is B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. No, I'm on B major. Sorry. So B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. That's all I'm going to be playing. So I might add my seventh note. That is A sharp sometimes. Or I could also add the flat third, or the second sharp. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, because I hope you guys understand though. So let's see. Let me choose a jazz guitar, because most of the time jazz guitar is good for you. Was good coding. So jazz guitar is good for all these jazz songs. Like everything comes with sound selection. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with making beats. Sound selection is one thing. Like once you are choosing jazz sounds, they don't use all these harsh sounds. They'll use all these soft jazz guitar, soft all the sounds that complement each other. So that's another thing too. Because Afrobeats is actually a combination of jazz and Afro percussion. That's how Afrobeats came up. The Afrobeat of Fela style. So they use a lot of jazz stuff in their songs and all the African percussions to make their jazz, to make Afrobeats. But now there's Afropop. Afropop is basically the pop music you're hearing, but in an Afro way. There's all these Ariana Grande songs, all these Taylor Swift songs. That's the Afropop. They just take the pop elements and add Afro beats into it. That's just Afropop for you guys. And Afropop or pop music, they are highly driven by guitars. Like I was saying earlier, any pop song you are hearing today, if you don't hear a guitar in it, trust me, it's not a pop song. Maybe it's an alternative pop song, but it's not a pop song. Pop songs always have guitar inside. Once you guys understand that, your life will change making beats. So that's what I'm gonna play for this beat now. I don't know what I'm gonna play, but I'll just mess around. So you guys can hear what I'm playing. Sorry, I made a mistake. I'm on B flat major, not B major. I'm on B flat major. So I changed the key back. So let me increase the volume of this, so you guys just hear the solo of what I'm playing. That's what I always do when I'm coming live. That's just the basic. I'm taking you to the truth. So now another trick I do is adding all these guitar slides, all this stuff that a guitarist would do that will sound more realistic. So I'll take this to, if you're on FL Studio, it's default as 2. So I'll take it to like 12. So when I move my pitch wheel, so you can see this stuff is moving. So if I press, so I might play it, I might use that pitch wheel in some notes I'm playing. So it's going to add more of a guitarist. Is that correct? Guitarist. So sound more like a person that's playing guitar, something that a guitarist would do. Because that's one thing with using loops. If you use loops, you already have all those stuff added to it. You don't need to stress yourself. If you're not using loops and you want to use MIDI, you need to now be able to recreate your sounds to sound more natural and more live. That's why there are a lot of contact banks too. Because all these contact banks, they are very, very realistic. It might not be the same thing, but they are very, very realistic. And when you now play it the way it's supposed to be played, like the way a real guitarist will play it, it's going to sound very, very dope. Like I listen to a lot of Ransom beats. I watch him make videos live, make beats live on his IG. I watch Ramon sometimes. Sometimes two of them will come live and be discussing and saying a lot of good stuff. So they don't just have all these plugins because they're very dope, but they have the plugins and they know how to use them well. They know how to play it the way what do they call it? The way a real guitarist will play it. Sometimes too, there's some producers that have session players. That's what they call them. They'll call them to come and play maybe a bass guitar for them or a lead guitar for them. It just depends. So the same thing I was saying now, if I use a very good plugin for you, this Ilya Efimov LP guitar, the same thing, add this pitch. It's a very realistic sounding guitar. So let's go back to the beat. But all this stuff too, you just have to be very creative, man, because you can't just. That's one thing with music theory. There's some people that know music theory so much that their beats are still whack because they'll use all the theory they know, but they're not connecting with the vibe that they're supposed to bring out. That's one thing with knowing music theory too. So knowing music theory is a plus and minus because there's some things that you want to do and you'll be like, this let me apply my music theory. So now it sounds so boring. So the piano I'm using is from Arcade. I'm using a loop. I didn't play this piano with myself. This was from so you guys can also hear like it sounding very, very nice already. If I should add that artist vibes to it, let me see, where is it? Micah. You guys should go and check out Micah too. Micah has very, very dope tutorials on YouTube, man. Like Micah is one of the best guys that make tutorials on YouTube. Arcade is $10 a month. He has very, very dope sample packs too. I'm not the only person that does. In fact, I don't even consider myself as a tutorial guy on YouTube, bro. Micah, Vesh, Presto. Presto doesn't make as much tutorials as he used to back then. HBS Beats, that is hit by Samoski. HBS Beats, that one too is like he has thousands of tutorials. That one I don't know if I should call him number one on YouTube, but he has really, really helped me like when I started learning on YouTube. But there are a lot of OGs too that stopped making videos. I don't know why. Like this guy, I don't know if anybody will know him. AfroBeats started making tutorials back then. Like his tutorials were so dope. Doesn't make tutorials anymore. Like I don't know why, but it was one of the very, very dope producers that started making tutorials too. Then this guy, what's his name? I don't want to call him an old man, but I think he should be like in his mid-30s or mid-40s. Don Zizi. I don't know if anybody knows Don Zizi or Niger Beats. All those guys, they have very, very dope tutorials I watch a lot. And sometimes too, Ransom will do live videos. Alvin Brown Beats, I know he has done a couple of videos on YouTube. Alvin Brown Beats, him too is one of the dopest guys on YouTube. Alvin Brown, Young Goji Beats. I think they have made a couple of tutorials on YouTube. Heaven Boy Music, Heaven Boy, you might have like 1 or 2 tutorials or 3. Heaven Boy Music too is very, very dope for Afrobeats. And who else? You guys tell me the guys you watch. There's also this guy I noticed on YouTube. Let me show you guys. I think his name is something Idris. I don't really like opening YouTube videos because they always tell me that I'm supposed to play an ad, blah 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 blah. Let's do like this. So I made the playlist and I put the videos there. I think it's something I always forget his name, but he's a very dope guy too. Like, it was one tutorial I made about drums that really changed the way I look at making drums. Let me see. What's his name? Okay. You guys also check my playlist. I make playlists a lot. So this guy, Tajuddin Idris, yeah, this guy. You guys go and watch these videos. Then Octave. So Octave used to make tutorials back then, but I don't know why this guy stopped. S-Bling, I think he has like 1 or 2 tutorials too. They don't have a lot of tutorials on there. All these guys do that, as in they always share their source and everything that's good for everybody.
I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees. So she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees. So she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees. So she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on.
You can see the pentatonic minor scale it could work, but you also don't want to play a melody that is going to affect the artist. So when you put all this stuff in place, it's going to check you that, okay, don't play this, play that. See, the beat is already sounding full like this.
I'm all about the booty and cheese.
So maybe when the vocal, I don't think it's on key, but it sounds good because he's not really singing, he's just talking.
I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees. So she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why.
So all these kind of vocals that is kind of like talking, not really singing. I don't need to tune it. But the one that I sing, I'm gonna have to tune it. Like this one sounds more melodic than this one.
I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees. So she wanna put the boy on teeth.
The drum rolls, yeah, I have like 2 videos on drum rolls or 3 videos on drum rolls. I think it's 2. All the drum rolls I use most of the time. I packed all the drum rolls in there for you guys. Well, somebody said I should work on the drum roll kits, so I'm thinking of doing that too because drum rolls are very, 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 very good, man. How do you tune it to key? It's very easy. Just click on the vocal. You see this pitch, you can take it up or down to tune it. So when you guys are making your beats too, it's not every day that you can it's not every day that you're making only beats. There's some days you can just sit down and do sound design, work on drum rolls, work on midis, like hi-hat. You know, so what's good, work on hi-hat midis and stuff like that. So some days to take a day off, like this, you can just dedicate one day or one session. Like, okay, I'm going to make 50 drum rolls. I mean, drum rolls, like, you can be very creative with your drum rolls. there's no really source with making drum rolls. Like there's no secret to it. It's just how creative you can think. Like and the only thing is once you use the right sounds for your drum rolls and you know how to mix it well. Like drum rolls, for instance, now they use a lot of. It depends on the drum roll though. You could also I think I was saying this yesterday or day before yesterday. You could use a jazz drum kit to do your drum roll. You could use impacts to do your drum rolls. All you just have to do is um set your steps. That's all you have to do. So let me pick like a jazz or a funk drum drum preset. Can we use FPC safe? So drum roll is just basically so you can be very creative with your drum rolls. So you can just make drum rolls in your free time. Then whenever you're making your beats, you just add it back in your beats. There's really no source out there. Like and again, once like the disadvantage with doing all the drum roll kits and stuff like that. Once anybody wants to make your beats, it'll be very easy for them. They'll just I know this sample. Like you can hear all these samples that it's not something it's something you can do yourself too, honestly. So you guys are saying. Alright man, so let me get back to what I was saying. Let me get back to the beat I was making before.
Wine and tease.
Let me get back to the feedback actually. Because I've lost my vibe, man. Alright. Malik James. What does he have for us? Yo, I won't even lie, this beat is hard, man. The only problem I'll say is who are you going to give this beat to? You better have someone that giving this beat to. My email is jebjosh@gmail.com. Like there was one thing that the reason why I stopped making, not like I really stopped, but the reason why I don't really make a lot of trap beats and drill beats and tutorials like that is because I don't even have fun sending those beats to. I don't have artists I'm sending this beat to. But now that I found an artist that I can be working with, I was trying to send him once in a while. So if you're making a beat like this, yes, it's hard, but then once you now consider who is going to sing on it or what you're going to do on it, that's another thing. This is a hard trap beat. This is not your normal trap beat you hear every time. When I say not your normal trap, I mean like on the mainstream, like all the popping artists that come out. This is something that maybe Ski Mask, the Slum God might want to jump on. But I don't know what country you're into. So if you're in another country that they don't have dope rappers, they might not be able to jump on your beats. Like I don't want to shame anybody or say anything bad, but the reason why trap or hip hop in Nigeria is not hitting is because a lot of all these Nigerian rappers, they're actually trying to like copy something that is not theirs. And the truth is you cannot be, not that you cannot be as good as, but sometimes it won't feel as original as something that you made yourself. It's like, I don't want to sound racist or racial or anything, but I don't think um an American person that didn't grow up in Nigeria or has not listened to a lot of African songs or has a lot of African vibes can make a very dope Afrobeats better than somebody that grew up listening to Afrobeats, somebody that grew up making Afrobeats and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, you're in UK, then definitely you find a UK artist to jump on it. I don't think, and I also don't think an African person that grew up listening to um Afrobeats, listening to all these Makossa songs, making Makossa songs, will make a very, very dope trap beat that has not really practiced making a lot of traps and stuff like that. Because I think your culture to affect how you make beats. That's just my own opinion. Except maybe you have mastered and studied the way all those songs go and work, it will never be as dope as it should be. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong though, but I'm just saying my mind. So that's one thing I always notice. Like if you hear a white man making an Afrobeat, I'm not trying to be racist though. If you hear an American guy, maybe that watched a couple of YouTube videos making an Afrobeat, it might not sound as original or as authentic. I don't know if that's the word, but I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. You might not feel it the way a KLP will make the Afrobeats. If you guys get what I'm saying, or a way Kid Dominance will make it the Afrobeats. It might sound very good and nice, but that feel is what I'm saying. Alright, so let's see what note sent. It sound like a, listen. I knew it.
Oh my god, it's DJ New.
Bro, this beat is so sick, man. Like, I don't know what you were on when you're making this beat, but this beat is super fire, man. When I heard the beginning, I was feeling like it was going to be like either a Zlatan vibe or a Burna Boy vibe that was coming. I was just expecting that vibe. When I heard that reverse sound in the beginning, this beat is very nice, man. And the sax is so dope. Like if you guys have heard this song, killing them, you know what I'm talking about. From the beginning of these beats, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, it's DJ New.
I know how to play this whole beat, man. I know this beat is very dope, man. Nice work, man. Very, very nice, man. Like, this beat, I'll just give you 100, man. This beat is very nice. If you get someone to sing on it. So, what I was saying, like, making beats and stuff like that, and culture and stuff like that, everything affects music. Like, if you even notice, when Beyonce did that album, she had to come to Africa to get some artists to sing on the album, because she herself knows that nobody can make Afrobeats better than Africans. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. But then again, this world is changing every day, man. The world is changing every day. New vibes are coming every day. So don't take what I'm saying 100. I'm just saying my mind. Because collabs are coming up. Artists are now going worldwide. See Burna Boy and Sam Smith. Is it Sam Smith? They did a song, Oasis. So collabs are coming up. Very soon now, you see Afrobeats will be going worldwide, and you'll be in a lot of other race singing on African songs, African beats. I mean, and just the way it might not sound as original as it is, but once the music is good, it will always cut across, man. Once you have good music, no matter the background or whoever, because there are a lot of rappers that make dope beats. You send 2 beats. Where is the beat, man? Send it again. So that's what I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to be racist, or I'm just trying to say, like, culture will affect your music no matter what you do. So if you're making a beat like that beat I you played earlier, if you're making a beat like that, yo, I love this, man. This is a very, very cool, calm, on our vibes. It's very nice, man. So nice. Ramon.
Actually bad.
Yo, I like this. This is a very calm vibe. It's a very calm vibe. Love space for the artist. All you need is an artist to jump on this, man. Hey. Oh, sorry, I think I missed some chats. Sent to Isaac from Arcade. Do you make tutorials? Yes, I make tutorials when I have a very good tutorial. Do you master my beats? Yes, I do. It depends. Not every time. Not every time. Sometimes all I just have is a soft clipper on my beats. Let me show you. Like this is my default template when I put on FL. Soft clipper on my master. Then if my beats are hitting hard, sometimes what I do is I use either FFilter Pro L, or I use this stock FL Studio, or is it Fruity Limiter. A lot of people always say take off Fruity Limiter. Don't take off Fruity Limiter. What you have to do is learn how to use Fruity Limiter. So let's say you have your beats going. Let me master this beat for you guys. All you first do is take this ceiling all the way to the top. Then you can reduce the saturation of beats. The ceiling is what is the compressor. This is what is squashing. This is like the limiter itself. It's not letting anything pass through this through it. Let me show you. So you can see nothing is passing. It's squashing the beats. And some people, they will have their stuff going above 0 dB. So when it's going above 0 dB, it's going to be squashing it. See how it's sounding squashed. So take the ceiling to the top. Then you can add a bit of saturation a little bit. You don't have to add. If you add too much, you're going to feel it. Then the last thing to do is just increase the gain. That's the last thing to do. But then again, once you're mastering, all you have to do, take note of is your LUFS value. So your LUFS value should let me move this up. Your LUFS value, I use this with WLM plus stereo to check. There are a lot of free plugins you can use. You can use Ulin. Ulin is also free. Ulin is a free plugin. If you have Ulin, what's the name? Is it Ulin Master or something like that? I have Ulin too, but I just like this WLM plus stereo because it's very easy and straight to the point. So once you have that, if you're uploading to YouTube, just make sure your what they call it is not more than 14 dB. Some people will tell you that they have to get to -9. Some people will tell you minus 14. Well, -14 is the safe spot. Some people say -9. Some people say -6. -6 is very, very crazy. So all you just have to do is increase your gain till it's hitting enough for you. That's how to master your beats, man. Once your mixing is very good, once you have a good mix, no need to stress yourself with any other thing. Like, see all the sounds I use for my drum kits that sound very, very good already. So what else are you looking for? I didn't even add EQ, nothing.
Wine and tease. I'm all about the booty and cheese. Sure they wanna get on it.
So the only time I master my beats is sorry, the only time I master my beats is if I'm taking it to YouTube or for an artist to sing on Beatstars and stuff. But if you want to sell your beats or give it to an artist to work on, don't master your beats. Give it like a safe I see. There's no fixed value. To be honest, there's no fixed value because it depends on whatever the person is going to do on your track is going to do. But you can never go wrong if you are around -14. -14 is good. Even if they still want to master the beats, they won't master it so crazy. But you could just take off your mastering from your beats when you're sending to an artist to record. Most of the time, as in, it depends. Like, there's no standard way. Like, we as house and bedroom producers, there's no standard way. The only time you're looking for standard is when you're hearing distortion or when you're hearing all this bad stuff. When you're hearing clipping. But if there's no clipping, man, make it as loud as you want. There's really no rules. Just don't be so crazy with it. Sometimes too, like there are a lot of stuff you could do to your mastering. You could add an EQ. Okay, let me try and make this beat sound full so you see what I'm saying. I'll add a kick, I'll add an 808s, and you already have vocals and melodies are already there. Once you level your beats and everything is sounding cool, man, cool to you, and you master it, like there's really no secret in mastering. Mastering is just EQ, cutting the lows, cutting the highs. I like using this far filter, but I'll use FL stock. Just cut out like 20 hertz or 25 around that so you can see my mastering is around -19, -18, the loudest parts. And I'm sure once I add a kick, everything is going to change. So let me add the kick. Kick. Where are you, kick? This is my favorite kick right now. Where's my drum? Okay, let me just mix my drums. I'm selling my drums. I mean, 6. We're gonna be kick. And your creative process is left to you. You can make your kick as loud as you want. That's what I do basically on my kicks. So me, I already have like a template I use on my what do you call it, on my mixer. All my instruments, they're in this red bus, and I routed them to these instruments out. All my drums, I'll route them to this my drum bus. All my instruments, I'll route them here. Then I left like the first 2 and these 5 for my bass. Like, sometimes I might have 1 on my vocal and I might have 2 for my vocal. Or sometimes I'll leave 5 for my bass. If I don't have any vocal, I'll just leave it in 1 or 2, or I'll leave it in any of these empty places, spaces right here. Because most of the time I don't think I'll have up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I have more than 10 drums most of the time if I'm not doing something crazy. And my melodies, I don't think I have more than how many melodies, so that's why I did like this. So if I take everything to my mixer and everything is sitting well, most of the time I put my kick first, and any other thing is Jara. So take my kick to the you could add the soft clipper on your drums. Soft clipper where you like I don't do any serious stuff in mixing, because I know you can get very, very crazy with mixing. Depends on what you're hearing. what's the meaning of saturation? Saturation has different meanings. Saturation can mean distortion. Saturation can mean color. So one of the most popular saturation plugin that people use in the industry is Farfeta Saturn. So saturation has different uses. I'll say the three things I'll tell you about saturation is one, let's say color, let's say volume, and let's say basically color and volume, I think. Yeah, and width and that one too. So saturation can add width to your sounds. If you're using it for, if you want to get more width, you can use saturation to get width. If you want to make your stuff sound louder but have a lower volume, you can use saturation for that too. And color is just to give it like a, just give it color. How do I explain color? Okay, let me see if I can explain how color is. Color is just like sound, like the way it sounds. Like if you hear all these drums, if you have all these drum kits, all these high quality drum kits, some of them are passed through saturation to get okay. Like okay, let me check. Let me show you this guy's website. When I was checking out the drum kits, the cap drums. Let's just read what he said on his website, so you guys will see. Drums and knock. Okay, so what it says. It says all brand new, never heard before sounds designed from scratch by Decap. Many of the sounds in this kit were run through Stroder and telefunking tape machines, EMU, SP, creating it is another analog gear for extra depth, width, and texture. So you can see depth, width, and texture. That's what saturation does. So what is Stroder? Let's see what Stroder is. Okay, let's try Stroder gear music, because I don't think it's any of this. Okay, see what Stroder is. Can you guys see this? Stroder is like a I don't know exactly, but I know it's going to be like a saturation analog gear or something like that. So it has some preamps and whatever it is. What is telefunking tape? It's also saturation plugin. Let's see. See, it's a saturation plugin, or a saturation analog gear or so. What does it use? EMS, all this stuff they are just saturation. And what does it do? Say for extra depth, width, and texture. So all these drums that you hear that are always hitting hard, some of them they use saturation gear for it. So I don't know everything about that. So I just some stuff I've seen online and read about and heard, and what some engineers have told me too. So for color, that's what you use saturation for, to get that color. Like if you hear these decap drums, they don't sound like something we hear out of the box or in any drum kits. Let's hear his drums, his drum loops. You can hear how heavy they sound. Even the vocals alone, the vocal shout from is.
It's a bounce, no ceiling, catch a feeling.
See how good they sound. They don't just sound good like that. They would have passed them through some stuff to make it sound very good. Some of them are analog and they cost they're very expensive too. So that's what color is, that's what saturation does. So with the volume stuff, let me show you. Like see my beats playing. See, it's sitting around minus, it's sitting around 0. So if I add saturation to it, you just notice how it's going to reduce the volume, one, and it's going to sound a bit louder. You see, from minus 0, you're not hitting around 3. And you can see it doesn't sound lower than, it doesn't sound lower, it doesn't sound so that's giving me more room to add more volume back on my limiter. So add more volume on my limiter. My kick is sounding kind of distorted. You can hear it, so I can still go back and reduce the volume of my kick. That's another use of saturation. Saturation will reduce the volume, the perceived volume. It will reduce the peak volume but increase the perceived loudness, as you guys can see. Then the last thing is beats or body. So let's say I have my instruments going now. So let me add saturation on my mix boss. So you hear how it's gonna sound. No, not EQ, not EQ. Saturn. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference. It has more body to it. So if I add my 808s now to the beats, like the beat is going to be done basically. Let me see, 808, 808, 808s. So once you have good sounds too, that's another thing, another advantage of having good sounds. Let me show this on C. Let me use one that's only on C. Spins. Chords itself. Okay, I'm on B flat major. Where's B flat major? B flat major. That's all the notes except A sharp and D sharp, no E and B. Alright. So I have my 808s going, not a very, very complex pattern. Now I just have to make sure my 808 is not clashing with my kick, because I have some low notes in my kick. So in this case, if I like the way my 808 and my kick is going, I'm out to sidechain my kick to my 808 to my kick, right? Then come here, add the limiter, 40, where is it? 40 limiter, compress, sidechain 1. you want to get the perfect release time, you can use your ears or you can use this trick. I do a lot. It doesn't work all the time though. So just put in your tempo 95. It's going to give you a time that you can use. Let me try the. I'll try the low ones. I'll try 78. I'll try 39. I'll try 19. What is it on right now? I'll try 236. 236.
They wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them.
So you can still cue this vocal because it has a lot of body to the vocal. So if an artist was going to sing on this, you might not have this much.
Why? I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why.
With this vocal loop, you could still make more space for the artist. You can reduce the volume because it's kind of loud. And there's one thing I like doing. I'll increase the stereo for it. So you just have to like walk around, leaving space for the artist, doing different stuff. So if you're making beats for artists, you make better beats because you already know the go-to, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. So I'll add like a wider to give you more stereo space.
I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on teeth. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. So they wanna get on the knees.
And another thing you guys should also notice that if you listen to some drum kits, you notice that some drum kits they are very loud and some they are very low. The reason is because they always do those kind of producers. There are two kind of producers. There's the producers that like all their sounds low, and they'll do a lot of gain on their mastering. And there's some producers that like all their stuff loud, and they'll do little or no stuff on their mastering. Like this Ramon and Ransom, I can bet that these guys they do most of their work on their mastering to increase the volume than on their mixing. Because when I got these drum kits, I noticed how the sounds were low. Like you hear the sounds. Let me resolve the loud stuff I have here. Some of them you have to boost the volume so that you hear them very well. Like this one, see how low it sounds. Compared to like if you download like a KBC drum kit now that is really loud. Where's KBC? Okay, let me use kick for instance. So there are two types of producers. So some producers that do their drum kits, they do it in a way that their drums will be low. So when they're mashing, it will be loud. There's some that the drums will be loud. So basically, when you're doing those kind of stuff, you just make your mastering have maybe just a soft clipper. So that's why I said sometimes I only use soft clipper.
Boy and boy, tell them why.
So once my beat is already loud, I just use soft clipper. Once it's low, I use just this fruity limiter and the sounding clean, fruity limiter, EQ, and that's it. So you can still go further and tweak all the sounds, like take out the outs. But this is my drum kits. I already did most of that already, so you don't need to, like if you get my drum kits most of the sounds you don't need to tweak them. Some of them you might, because some of them I compiled those drums, but the ones that you see maybe jeb this or jeb that, I tweaked most of those ones. Like all these bungas, I say bungas, bongos, congas, all the stuff. All these ones you still have to tweak them yourself, because to make drums snap, you have to take out the body. Like listen to this rim. The original rim. Let me show you where I got this rim from. I got this rim from. Let me show you. It's still in this drum kit. The rim is from this kit. It's from this. This is the same rim. It's exactly the same rim. I just tweaked this one to get this one, so you can hear the difference. This one has some body in it. I increase the volume. That's how I got that sound. So you can see when there's no much body, it's going to hit more than when there's a little body. And I also tweaked this one a bit by adding some EQ and other stuff to make it sound light. But it's the same rhythm as this one, so that this one has more body and no EQ. So tweaking your drums too is another thing that will make everything sound very, very punchy and snappy. Yo, D1 Wave, what's good, man? It's been a while.
I'm all about the booty and cheese. She wanna get on the knees, so she wanna put the boy on tease. Tell them why. I'm all about.
Alright, guys, so I think that's it. Does anybody send any more beats for review? Yep. Alright, let's listen to their beats. If you guys want to send more beats, you can send more beats in. So I'm going to end the stream in like next 30 or 20 minutes. Yeah, I already had this. Let's hear this. Yo, I like this so much, man. This is very clean. You sure I could check you out on Spotify, but not on this stream, because if I check you on Spotify, I'm 100% sure it's gonna have ads in there. Can you show the bass? I'm giving if it's this bass I'm playing right now. I didn't make this one though. This is Malik James. If I'm talking about the beat I'm making, yeah, sure. Send to my mail. My mail is jebjosh@gmail.com. Jebjosh. Simple mail. Alright, so what's left? It's just for me to like arrange this some more. Let me see if I can make something new. Yo, shout out to you, man, all the way from Netherlands. So that's cool. That's on the other side of the world. Let me try making something from scratch. Let's see. 90. So if you guys are thinking of getting arcade, even if you just to try it for a month, you guys can try it. Yes, the bass and the kick on that last beat I did. Basically all these dancehall songs, most of them they just use Spring to it. All these dancehall modern Afrobeats, the wave that Ramon and Ransom they're bringing right now is just mostly Spring to it and a very good kick. Like once you have a good kick and a good 808, you don't have to like do so much crazy stuff. Yes, you might have to sidechain, and sometimes you don't. All you just have to do is work on the volume sometimes. And this basic space to it. So I'm going to open up arcade. Let's see if I can make a beat in like 10 minutes. Let's just see. So I'm using arcade for like the past 3 days now, and man, I don't think anybody has gotten it for free, man. I doubt. Only for a jazz sound. This key is A minor, so it's going to be easy. Lock it to A minor. Anything that's subscription based, you can definitely never see for free, except maybe they do like free tryouts or something like that. Let me start with the melody first and add the drums. Let me take it down. Let's see, F sharp minor. That's the low. So I'll change the pattern down. Add a bit of swing here. That was the swing. And this shaker is the game changer for Afrobeats. You sent the beats, okay? I'll check it out soon. Then I'm going to use this. My favorite library is this Hooked because it has all these vocals and stuff like that. Hooked. So I'll find any preset in there that's good.
Like the beat of my heart.
I should put marimba. Marimba, okay.
You know that I'm leaving. You know that I'm baby, so say highs and lows. You know that I'm leaving. Highs and lows. You know that I'm leaving. Got me crying. We can take it all. You know we keep fighting. We take it all. We keep fighting. Got me. We keep fighting. Got me crying. You take it all. We keep fighting. 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 You know that we keep fighting. We keep fighting.
I don't want anybody, don't go. Oh, anybody else but you, don't go.
This sound is exactly from the other arcade art. I'm going to add some hi-hat rolls. That's why I'm making a trap beat. Yeah, man, this is fire, man. Like, I'm not even making any efforts to make anything dope, man. It's just sounding so dope. Then the kick. So most of recently I've been messing around with the kicks. I don't just play it on C5. I'll go lower, I'll go higher. So one of those days when people will tell you play only one note, blah blah blah. Now you can be as creative as you want. You can even do 808 rules. Like, is that crazy doing 808 rules? Like, I think there's this guy on Twitter, Chike Sounds or so. I don't know if anybody knows him. I don't even know if he's in here. He's always posting very very weird stuff on YouTube, on Twitter, and people are always bashing him. Or it's not like he's wrong or anything, or it's not like he's right, but what I'm trying to say is, like, you can be very creative and do very very crazy things. I'll do a rule here. If music day your blood, since I light work. So let me check one more thing, and I'm sure Arcade is going to have its drum rolls. Let's see if we can get very very nice drum rolls from Arcade. That was going to be the icing on the cake. Lines, kits. I say drum fills. Yo, I just went quiet for a while. All right, let me see. Gbumi. Let's see what's in Gbumi. Yo, that Gbumi sounding dope. Hold up. Let me, while I'm loading this up, I'll play the beats. Jazz act up. Let's see what we have in here. All right. I don't know who sent this, but this sounds so nice. Use your phone to do this. Oh. Alright, let's stop. I like the chords. This is fire. Loki, this is very fire, man. I was expecting the sounds to come in and the sounds came in. Bro, this beat is sick, man. Like I really like the vibe. Nice one, bro. I'm guessing you did the beat to sing on it. If that's what you did, man. It's very fire. I think I'm on G minor, right? I think I'm on G minor. I don't know. I don't even know what key I'm in. Yes, G minor. Alright, let's see what we can do with G minor. Yeah, I'm always scared of all these artists that can make beats, man. All these artists that know how to make beats. Some of them are actually very fire producers if they come to think of it. Afro, let me call this cook up too. I think I'm going to upload a bit maybe today or tomorrow. I just can't start uploading more beats on YouTube. And I used to know that I have this arcade every day beats, every day I make beats. Alright. What do we have? Let me just play around. Then we'll add the drop right here. Let me unplug my hard drive. Oh man, I hate using my laptop keyboard. I don't know, my laptop mouse. I don't know why. Let me add the riser. I think I have some risers in this kit. I'm not sure. No, okay. This I like checking for risers. Mantra. FX. Alright, no problem, man. Let's see.
about the booty. Shawty wanna get on the news. So she wanna put the boy on point. Tell them why. I'm all about the booty and cheese. Shawty wanna get on the news. So she wanna put the boy on point. Tell them.
Hey!
wanna put the boy on touch.
JB, bring the beat in. JB, bring the beat in.
Sound music. Sound music. Sound music.
JB, bring the beat in. JB, bring the beat in. JB, bring the beat in. JB, bring the beat in.